thing. Heard him say, are you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Beautiful, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas heaven knew. There's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
How y'all doing, family? It is Thursday, baby. Right off the bat, gotta apologize for missing yesterday's my rant yesterday. We have a little bit of a change of I don't know if y'all can notice very much, but this is not the same table I used to sit at. Everything in this room was torn apart yesterday and reassembled as per instructions, and tables were moved around. So Travis has a much better area over there to see what's going on.
Everything's at eye level. I couldn't be more fucking happy that I can look
Travis is
straight ahead.
Captain Video over there.
See everything at eye level without scrunching over all the time. And also, my back is no longer toward the air condition is bad. So there's that. So no need for the fleece cover that
we have
other people
we
have
moved
recommended
things
and all that
around
good
a little
stuff.
bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, things are a little different, but I apologize for missing yesterday. Just got involved with this, and it ended up being a whole lot more. Besides that, after we got it all done, the computer failed. Graphics card didn't work. We had to rip the computer apart and reset the graphics card. I don't know how that happened, but
We just know now not to touch
don't
anything.
touch it, and we never touch it now. Don't touch it. And everything's working right. Anyway, it's Thursday, baby. I'm glad you're here. And I want to thank, who showed up first? Showtime Twiz showed up first. We appreciate that, buddy. Dorothy Tyndall's in the room. Big Johnson, baby, he's here. Joy Peters, Sharon Hookah, I hope I'm saying that right. Brian Champagne's in the house. Teresa Diggum, Bud Oakley is with us, along with Paula, Tina Riley, Stephanie Dean, and Jay's back up in, he went back up north. So Stephanie's by herself for a while. We're going to keep track of that. We keep track of where Jay is. So, and Oddly Wired, Judy is with us. Charles Stokel, Carmen Santana is with us, baby. We appreciate that very much. And Martha Oliveira just jumped in with Jane Hanson. Thank you very much. Anyway, it is Thursday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. We need to get this shit going. There are going to be some changes made. Not only along with our set here has changed a little bit, but the way we're going to do things, the way we're going to expand the channel a little bit more. We have more coming up with our website. Tonight we have a drawing tonight. We'll do a random number generator for whoever comes up on that number is going to win a t-shirt tonight, and we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, let me go ahead and clarify about that really quick.
Okay.
So, if you didn't catch last show, we are giving away one of Dad's Blue Dot Ninja Run shirts.
Ninja.
And all you have to do is go to bluedotintexas.com. At the very front of the homepage, you're going to see a button. Fill out the form. You're automatically entered. At some point in the show, we're going to start the random number generator and pick one lucky viewer to receive a shirt. And if you haven't done that yet, please visit bluedotintexas.com.
Yeah.
We got that coming. And I guess
Still
before we
time to
get into
sign up.
Yes. And I guess before we get into the show, and we're going to say this a few times throughout the show just to make sure everybody knows.
What are we saying?
This is the last Blue Dot Family Live that we're taking callers from the Blue Room Discord.
Right.
We are starting a whole new system.
Don't get worried, though.
No, don't get worried. We're still taking callers, but we're going to do it
everybody's
completely
welcome
different.
to come on the show.
Yeah. We're doing it completely differently. Starting by this weekend, we're going to be sending an invite out to all of our current Discord users to the new, basically what we're calling the recording section of the show. It's basically where you're going to be able to enter a call, so to speak. We've always wanted to be able to bring callers into the show. They call at one point. We talked.
Go ahead,
for a
caller.
little bit.
You're on the line.
Yeah, we're going to basically have that ability now. The show is still going to be the same, but more people are going to be able to be involved and get on with the show and talk to us throughout the show.
We'll be able to have more people in the room coming and going, more conversations going on with different Blue Dot family members.
Yes.
We're trying to make it a more inclusive route to do it. And the way we have it right now is...
when we started this, we were really
just
small.
Pluck you out of the air and grab you and drag you in here.
Yeah, it was really small operation. We never thought it would get this big, so we're having to finally expand because if we don't, it's just going to get more rough. And also the reason why I decided to make another Discord is because the family room, which is now, I'm calling it the Blue Room. Everybody's made the entire Discord
Y'all
the
have
Blue
made
Room.
this the Blue Room.
Yes. I don't want to really add much more to it because it's going to get congested and weird and confusing. So we're still going to have our after party at the end of the show in the Blue Room.
In the Blue Room, just like we always do. As soon as the show's over, I jump over to the Blue Room.
Yes. So, and of
Just
course,
like
the
we always
family's
do.
still hanging out. That Discord is not going anywhere. In fact, it's growing. We're going to have a game night Friday night.
Is it Friday night?
Yeah, we're going to do Friday night, I think. Friday night would probably be best. So.
Friday night would work for me.
Yeah.
Because I do my Friday, but that thing.
Yeah, that one thing that you. Yeah. So Friday night, we're still working on a time, but we're gonna be playing Jackbox Party Pack, number 3, I believe it is. If you don't know what that is, just look up Jackbox Party Games. It's excellent. Anybody can come in on the Discord and join us. All you need is a phone or tablet or computer, completely free. Come on in. We'll be hosting that.
It's going to be different games like trivia. Everybody can participate at the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
This family was born on politics and lives on it. That's why we're here. But this Blue Dot family has grown, and as is evident in our Blue Room after party, the conversation's not always about politics.
Hell no.
And we get into a whole lot of different conversations, and people have shown an interest in, well, why don't we play a trivia game? We can all come into the room at the same time.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's something we're going to try. Sounds like fun to me. And so, yeah, there are things that we're trying to do to not only involve the family more, make it more entertainment, more accessible to everybody that wants to be on the show, can get in, and all that kind of stuff.
And I want to be clear. So at this point, if you just want to call in and just say hi to us or one of the guests, go for it. You'll be in the call queue. We'll pull you up.
We'll pull you up.
You got a question for one of us? Call us on the Discord. We'll pull you up.
Yeah.
You want to bring something to our attention? Pull it up. You want to tell a joke? Pull it up. You know what I mean?
Whatever it is, just like you would any other ZX4Y TV out of wherever the freak. Anyway.
So basically put, the other Discord's not going anywhere. This is just how we're going to be taking calls. So this is the last night we're doing it in this Discord. Next Sunday, keep an eye out.
There'll be a link.
Yeah,
there will be a link
on our
in the
website.
Blue Room that if you want to put yourself in the queue to come online and talk or say hi or whatever it is that you want to do, then there'll be a link there. You click that and you'll go into a room. And that room is where we'll pull you. That way you want to come on live.
Yeah, and it's going to be much easier for me to manage because I'm also going to be able to direct message you and go, hey, you're about to go on in about 60 seconds.
Yeah, so we'll be able to warn you before we come in there and just snatch your ass.
Anyway, before we get to it too much further, there's going to be more information on it. We're going to be sharing links. It's going to be on our website. It's going to be in the current Discord. We're just making changes to make the show better and also to be more involved with you guys. Y'all have kicked up support so much over the last few months. We're now able to invest more time and energy and money into what we're doing. So we greatly appreciate every single one of you for that. And I don't know about you. I'm kind of looking forward to the game night.
I am too. I'm just thinking I'm turning into Captain. I got a screen here, I got a screen there, and I got a screen over there.
Tell me about it. I got screens everywhere.
I got screens everywhere.
All right, now I guess that's good enough. So yeah, enter the T-shirt giveaway. Keep an eye out for the new Discord.
Go to www.bluedot.texas. You'll see a button up at the top of the screen that says "Enter the T-shirt contest." Go there and fill out the information.
It feels so good to say that.
And
bluedotintexas.com.
bluedotintexas.com and get on there and Fill out the information in the middle of the show here in a little bit. Travis is going to do a
I'm going to do a random number generator to pick
whatever
a random
number is
viewer.
picked on that spreadsheet there. That's who's going to win. It will not be the only time we do this.
No, we're going to do this more often.
Yeah, we're going to do this quite a bit.
Because it's now so much easier with our website. So
yeah,
anyway,
it does. It makes it a lot better.
Now I guess you can bitch about things and rant and stuff if you want to.
Shit. Well, hell, I don't know if I want to rant. Anyway, Texas. Hey, baby, that's where I'm at. Texas. Our governor, Greg Abbott, today issued a mandatory statewide mask order. He finally caved in and decided that, well, hell, we're shooting off the charts here. And he figures everybody else is jumping on the bus with the mask thing. So being the guy that my governor is, yeah, he finally climbed up on the freaking wagon. Mind you, that Texas and Florida, the two states right now that are having the highest impact of COVID-19, the highest spikes daily, right now are the two governors that had a very bad case of ass lickitis with Donnie. Ron DeSantis in Florida and Greg Abbott here in Texas. They couldn't wait to open this state. Greg Abbott here in Texas, he opened this state the first chance he got. And even according to the CDC guidelines and every other damn guideline, we were not supposed to open. But lickety split, baby, we opened within a week. We went from stage 1 to stage 3 and just opened everything up because of the lax attitude this asshole, my governor, had. And along with his sidekick, Dan Patrick, who says today, oh, he don't need no advice from that Fauci fella. He don't know no shit. Are you shitting me? It's an embarrassment to have these people in my government, my state. Dan Patrick could go freaking walk off the pier, buddy. Are you shitting? First thing you come out and say, hey, we want all our dead people to just go ahead and voluntarily die for the economy. That dumbass, let me remind you. And now he comes up and he says he doesn't need any stinking medical advice or scientist advice. He knows it all. He figured it all out. He's pulling shit out of his ass just like his president does, so what the hell? But nothing should scream louder to the American public right now than the fact that these two states, with the two governors that are the worst at kissing his ass, that are trying to make Donnie the grand poobah, are the two states that are going to suffer for their ignorance. You have a Republican governor, baby, you better check him. You better check him, baby, because his interest may not lie in you. His interest may lie somewhere else. And they're willing, the governors of my state and Governor of Florida evidently willing to throw your ass onto the volcano there to satisfy the fat ass up in the White House, the golden calf. Anyway, what else I got? Ah, shit. We're up to, what does that say? I can't even see it. 10,000 in one day. I couldn't read my own writing. That's where we reached. 10,000 in one day. That's Florida. That's not the state. I mean, the whole country. That's just Florida. They went over the 10,000 mark in one freaking day. Where'd I at? I get confused. 50,000 in one day across the state, across the United States. So, anyway, I can't read that shit. I'm not interested. Who do we got in the room? Dennis Valadez. How you doing, buddy?
John, Travis.
How's everything up in San Antonio?
Well, it's good. I had a doctor's appointment. Had to get some medications adjusted. And, back on track pretty soon here.
Good. You still doing your walking?
Oh, yeah.
You and Lone Wolf, buddy. Gonna walk them souls off. So how are things in San Antonio as far as restrictions? Is everybody abiding by the...
Hell no.
Hell no.
Not even close. Not even close.
No, baby, welcome to Texas. Huh?
It's still fake. It's still... They're taking our freedoms.
It's so sad.
I refuse. I honestly, I see people pulling guns soon. I'm not going to do it.
You've seen it,
That's the measure of the resolve we're looking at right now.
Yeah, you see video after video on social media about some idiot going nuts because of a mask. They're, one lady, I can't breathe. My doctor says it and all this shit, bullshit. It is, that starts from the top. and now he's accepting the mask, but reluctantly so. And so that doesn't change anything with his supporters. They know they're reading between the lines. So yeah, it makes it tougher. It makes it harder for everybody. So, but buddy, all we can do is hold on. Anyway, John I. Fly, commonly known as Johnny Fly. How you doing, bub?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's hot right now.
Oh, don't speak hot.
And I was thinking, why is it so hot right now? And you know what? I think I figured it out.
What?
It's my hormones kicking in.
Is that what it is? Your hormones. God damn. Well, hell, I guess mine are too, because I've been sweating my ass off every time I go outside. I thought it had something to do with the temperature, though. Didn't think about my hormones.
There's hope for us.
Huh? Yeah.
I said there's hope for us.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm losing hope mighty quick, buddy. I'm losing hope mighty quick. Anyway,
Well,
I'm
you're
glad
looking
you're
great
here, buddy.
tonight,
Ah,
John.
thank you, bub. How you like my new
welcome.
table here, by the way? See my new. This
Really
thing's-
nice. Now,
this thing
can
is
you keep
huge.
it organized properly, or does Travis have to yell at you?
What?
No, I'm not gonna have to yell at him because
I can't see him anymore.
his table is actually overlapping my table, which now I actually have a table. Before then, guys, I've been working on a fucking foldable table for
A little tiny thing.
actually since we started, and
a little tiny fold-up
actually-
table that he had over there.
I actually have everything secured right here.
So now-
and his
That's
table
good.
overlaps with mine, so my monitors stand up on it, and I got everything at eye level, which I couldn't be happier. And
Good.
you know, but the thing is, though, and for anybody who doesn't know, it's a fucking door. This desk is a door. It's a big
My
door.
desk is
Yeah.
a door. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, it's
Hey,
a
it works.
door. If I put this hand down at the bottom of the door, and this hand to stretch this way, that's about as far as I can get it. That's probably about 2 more feet. It's very wide and it's extremely heavy. We were on a job building a school on a construction site one time, and at the end of the job completion, this company had ordered too many doors, wrong size doors. Anyway, they had leftover doors. Anybody want these doors? Yeah, we take them. Well, that was years ago. That was before Trump even came in. So this thing's been sitting under my house forever. They're heavy ass doors, and it's got a hole right here.
There's a hole for a window.
Yeah, so that's where all the wires go. The microphone stands sit right inside that hole, so it works out pretty good. And so that's our new set. But
Anyway, what I was going to get at, though, is for him to keep it organized, I'd be surprised if he lost anything on this desk because it's so big. Well, then again, wait, it's so big he might lose shit. I don't know. I'm going to try to keep him in line, Johnny.
shit, I got
Don't dare him, Travis.
I got
Don't do it.
space. If y'all haven't noticed, there, Commander Blub's Blue Wave is still in the same spot here, but his faithful steed Lucky is right above his
Lefty.
head now. Lefty. Did I say Lucky?
You said lucky. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said lefty.
Lefty.
Well, you
I'm
have
sorry.
you have Commander. You have Commander. out of
Commander
the way,
Blub's
so
Blue
next time
Wave
when you
right
go
there, buddy.
swinging yeah, when
Me
you
and
go
him.
swinging your arms, you're not going to knock him
No,
off.
no, he's set right there, buddy. He's set right there. He is guarding. Right behind his back is the day Donnie gets out of office. The bottle right behind his back is going to get popped open. That was supposed to be done in 2016, and I'm hanging on to it until 2020. So I'm going to drink it sooner or later.
Good.
And but yeah, everything's cooking now. But that's our new deal. Anyway, all the way from down under, Aussie Dave, how are you doing, buddy?
Fine, thanks, mate.
How-
Travis, John, how are you guys?
Good, doing good,
Hi,
Dave.
how are
Doing
you?
good. Glad
Great.
to have you here, buddy.
We're getting on top of our COVID over here. We're sort of actually, I'm quite proud of Australia. We're right on top of it. We're actually going to Asia and helping them out with their
Outstanding.
situation. We see, we you know how you
It
do this
seems the
testing.
Aussies always step
You
up.
find-
They always step up.
Well, we decided we're such a small country, and there's not many of us. We can't afford to lose too many of us, so we've got to save our souls.
I
And,
wish my
the way
country
you-
thought that way.
That's what I was about to say, John. It's a pity your president doesn't
Yeah.
save your souls.
Yeah, he's still preaching
like
today. We've almost beat it now. It's almost over. You know. Are you shitting me?
You're nowhere near it.
Nowhere near it. And nobody is
He's
saying
got
that.
it under control.
Yeah, no shit. Well, let me catch up here. Let me pull my stick out of Donnie's ass there. And I got to catch up. Shirley McAfee donated $5 through Super Chat. Shirley, thank you very much, darling. We appreciate it. Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gone, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, sounds great. Way to go, Travis and John. Outstanding.
Thank
So
you,
saith Diana Mallory. And John Diddybag donated $10 through Super Chat and said, Texas, Florida, and Georgia are on the top of 10 of COVID states in the country.
Party.
Partay. Woohoo, baby. Yeah, we're number one, baby. And that's where it all came from, too. A lot of them. Thank you, John Diddybag. A lot of them came from parties. Yeah, we'll get that in a minute. Bona Stelkin donated $10 through Super Chat. Bona, we appreciate it tremendously. And Paula donated $5 through Super Chat and said, sick of the word hoax.
Amen
So
to that.
saith Paula, and that is true. That is what's coming out of his mouth now. We're back to the Russia hoax now again. You know, we started with the Russia hoax, and then we went to the Ukraine hoax. And then there was the COVID-19 hoax. And now we're back to the Russian hoax again. So, it's like full circle. Every freaking thing this man has done that somebody finds out he did, he calls a hoax. Everything's a hoax. How stupid do you think his minions are?
John, didn't I say a few months ago, this as an outsider looking in, and I don't feel like an outsider, and I don't think Hank and all the others from other countries that watch your show feel like outsiders, because we are affected by American politics.
It's a
largely.
global world. Yeah, it's a global society.
And I said to you a long time ago, and Travis, this is like sitting back watching a toddler play with a loaded Magnum 45 and your hands are tied to a chair and you can't do anything about it.
Yep.
That's what it feels like.
And the safety switch is off.
Yeah, the safety's off and kids just waving around. We're all ducking.
And that's what Trump is.
We're all
Trump's
ducking.
doing that with the world's life, the world's
Exactly.
It's not just financially he's fucking the world, John.
No.
He's fucking with the world financially, emotionally, physically.
The security
The future of the planet,
yes.
the security. It's every area of life this man is infected
destroyed.
and fucked.
Yeah, and anybody who comes up with, well, the market was doing great before the COVID, kiss my ass, my country's not for sale. That's, I'm tired of hitting that because that's the common thing I get hit back anytime I get around people, and they're Trumpers. Well, before this COVID, things was just going great. The stock market was just a really booming. Yeah, well, it's only going to go so far before it's going to squat on its ass anyway. But COVID helped it along. But again, I'm not willing to sell out my country for a few bucks on the stock exchange. And I remind everybody that 90% of the stock that you see traded on the U.S. stock exchange is owned by the top 1% of this nation. So you take that last 10% and you split it amongst the population of our country, 320 some odd million people. And you kind of get the picture. You're getting pennies down here while the top of our food chain, economic-wise, just is bloated. They're very obese with their money that they just gobble up, and it's sickening. But that's why we're all here, was try to change the world, baby. And
hey, that even states like Mississippi, Alabama, West Virginia, not so much West Virginia, but Mississippi, they're moving blue, and they're very strong red states. And they're actually, the numbers are actually leaning blue.
Texas,
which
baby.
is for the first time in years.
Texas is leaning blue. We're not there yet, but I think this 2020 is gonna rattle some cages. I think it is going to be, as far as it can be, a Democratic landslide. With us taking the Senate, with us taking the White House and retaining the House, people are fed up with this fake bullshit of the Republican Party. It's fake patriotism, it's fake economics, it's fake everything. It's all a hoax.
Well, John,
what's that?
I was watching CNN tonight, and they were saying that the base is still going to stand behind Trump. So we need to beat the base. We need to get a majority beyond the stupid Republicans that keep voting for this idiot,
Well,
and then we can, I hope it's a landslide. I'm not sure yet. We got to
I
wait close to November.
I see the polls that put his support amongst the Republican Party. Again, I caveat that with the fact that the a poll here in the United States, who is Republican, who is Democrat, and all that, only 27% of the population identify as Republican. Those are the ones. Now, his minions, the ones that are diehard Trump fans, we can't hardly do anything with those people. They are locked in. They're not. They'll go down with the freaking ship. And after the ship goes down, they'll be out there treading water, screaming about how, we torpedoed them or some shit. It's the conservatives and the Republicans that I see, and I, as we were talking the other night, have seen videos and stuff of people coming out who voted Republican all their life and stuff like this, but now they say they cannot vote for this man. He is detrimental to our whole society, and it's obvious every day. He's a pathetic liar. He in this case of this recent thing with the Russians paying money here to get our soldiers killed, he demonstrates just how ignorant he is and how much he is willing to turn his back again on something that Russia is involved in. And every expert we have heard from has said that if anything that would have come through like that would have been elevated to the president immediately. And we know it was over a year ago.
Certainly.
It was over a year
Even
ago.
I know that a dumb Australian, I know that the president would be made known of the first attempt to murder soldiers like that. There's no way known. Obama, Bush, even Bush family, they would have reacted in a way to say, we're not putting up with this shit.
Yeah. Well, Karen Van Wyck, notice I said that.
You did say that,
I'm
Greg.
just checking with you over there,
Yeah.
see if you was listening. Karen Van Wyck just donated $10 and said, now here's an idea because I could get behind this. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing. Fuck Trump. When he loses in November, they should let him take one last ride on Air Force One and in mid-flight make a turn and drop him off in Iran. I say second that emotion, Karen Van Wyck. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, they got a warrant for him. Iran's got a warrant.
That's a joke, isn't it?
No, that's not a joke.
Well, hang on. I should put it a better way. That's a bit of propaganda put out by the Iranians to say, listen, Donnie, we're not scared of you. Well, you don't worry us.
Somebody asked me the other day, well, John, how are they gonna arrest him? Well, it's not a matter of arresting it. They're not going to arrest the president.
It's a statement.
It's a statement is what Iran is making. They are making a political statement that they have a warrant for his arrest for the killing of Soleimani. And in their country, that's, they can build it up. It's the same thing as Donnie pulling shit out of his ass, basically, just throwing something out there. But as I suggested, there's some Americans over in Iran, have been in jail and stuff. And I just think it would be a very patriotic and a heroic action, by the way, if our president would stand up to Iran and voluntarily go over there and have himself arrested and trade for all of our prisoners coming out of Iran. And that way, we not only get our people out of Iran, we see Donnie, the courageous, heroic, I'm trying.
Hero?
Yeah, Hero? That guy. Yeah, march up to Iran and just really tell them you're fine. Are you shitting me?
Was that fantasy fun for you?
I mean to tell you, I was all into that, man. Just write a fantasies. That's what this has turned into. A freaking. Just,
you feel good now, John?
I feel
good?
better. I feel better. Jane Hanson. Oh, look at there. Jane Hanson just joined our Patreon page. I didn't know that came. Thank you, Jane. We appreciate that tremendously. I didn't know the Patreon came up there. Is that new?
Yeah, it's new.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. Now, if you join our Patreon page, it pops right up there when we see that shit. Anyway.
I know I'm trying to spread the word, John and Travis, to get more people to join. So whether they actually do, I don't know. But I'm working my little wheels.
We appreciate you spreading the word.
Really, if you can just get people to watch the show, that's the best thing, because
Yeah,
you know
that's
we
the
want
part.
we want to, like, this is why we're kind of pushing forward with all the new things, and you know, not just the we're not just like, how do I put this? We're not just looking at it from like, oh, what kind of tech can we get to make the show better? What can we do to make the show better?
No.
But we're all in this together. We're all one family, and it's like something as simple as game night.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to get some morale boost within ourselves, because right now is a really shitty time. Like, this is a very fucking dark time in our history.
And I've been in the Blue Room
more often.
Yeah, more often nowadays.
I was trying to, but lately it's just everything's been adding up, and I've been working. But once everything gets done, then I'm going back into the Blue Room. Yeah, I know, right? But no, like that's the thing. It's like we see more and more new followers and new viewers and stuff come in by the day now, and that is something we are eternally grateful for, because it just makes us feel like we're doing something right, and the family's along with the ride.
It tells me we have a voter block going.
Hell yeah.
That's
we
right.
have
I was just going to say that.
you know, people that you know. I assume that if you tune into this show and listen to us and whatnot, I assume that you're involved in politics, that you know what's going on, and are inclined to vote for Joe Biden. I would assume. For those that aren't listening, that haven't made up their mind or something, or trying to find a good reason to leave Donnie in the dust, because the family grows, and as we just recently learned, not everybody that's listening to us, shares all of our ideas, and but again, willing to listen, and when that happens, we need to we really enjoyed knowing that Dennis's father was watching. That was something cool, Dennis. I thought.
Yeah, that's very, very huge to me on so many levels, because I haven't really. He's more of a centrist. He doesn't like any politicians.
Yeah.
Well, he's as a rule he's in good company. Politicians, all of them, all of us know they're there to sell the idea, and some of them are good salesmen, some of them aren't. In our Congress, in our Senate, you don't have to look far to see somebody like Ted Cruz or Jim Jordan really making an ass out of themselves. You don't have to look far. But I'm just pointing out Republicans there. I guess I could dig up a Democrat, but I don't know one. Anybody? No one? See? Hey, you don't speak ill of Democrats.
I'm a Democrat.
Oh, well, we can pick on your ass.
Yeah. Are you riding with Biden?
You're damn right I am.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm riding with Biden.
I am
Good,
too.
see?
Dennis, were you going to say something?
Yeah, there was something I wanted to, and I'm hoping it opens up a really big conversation.
Okay.
Can we talk about the Supreme Court and all the decisions they've made lately?
Lately,
We'll start with the first one, the funding of private monies to private schools, which I think is a bad idea. It's going away from the fundamental value of separation of government and church. Thank you.
Yeah, because that's where they.
And
want
I
to
have a
put
feeling that all our educators are already hurting. The teachers are already putting their own money towards teaching.
Yes.
And they're going to funnel away funds from something they haven't funded.
Something that is already in a desperate situation already. Hence, teachers spending their own money.
They don't pay tax, do they? These Catholic religious schools, they're a charity, so they don't pay tax. They want a handout from the government.
Correct.
They want the money, from the government, but they don't want to abide by the government rules.
Well, you know what? How I see this, John, is that Trump is doing this because he wants to ensure a voter block, and that's the religious right. Now, he doesn't mind if it's Catholic, Protestant, or whatever, or Jewish, or whatever. He wants them on his side.
He'll suck up to any religious. It doesn't matter who your God is. Donnie's ready to suck up to him if you've got a little money to donate.
Never mind that he doesn't live it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. there's a lot of religious organizations that back him, but don't forget there's just as many that are against him, that speak out against him. Not all religious people are wrapped up in Donnie. I get that a lot when we talk about religion and politics. So we have to keep that in mind. But there
John,
are some that are just off the rails, and you have to wonder.
Well, I just saw the other day, it was on YouTube, this guy, he said, I voted Republican all my life, and I put
Exactly.
it up on Discord, I think.
Yeah.
And he said, but now he says, I cannot vote for this man. He says, and I'm a conservative Christian. He was in Western Texas, as a matter of fact.
In West
So,
Texas.
yeah, West Texas. He didn't say
He's
where he
lonely
was
out there.
from, but just where. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, you get more of those people, and you
we
get them
are.
to turn, you
We are.
guaranteed. Yeah.
And
every day.
yes, every day. And the Supreme Court decisions that we've seen coming out lately have not been going the way Trump and this administration would have wanted them to go. Roberts has shown himself here lately to be a little bit more of a moderate, looks like, willing to take the side of the liberal side of the court.
Well, he dissented from that, John. He made it clear that he didn't agree with it. He didn't want to mess with precedent.
Yeah,
he was in line with the conservatives. He just kept precedent.
But this had already been ruled on by the Supreme Court, so he did not feel that the court was able to intervene now in the case in Louisiana, because the case in Texas had already been ruled upon. And so, yeah, the precedent was already set. So, yeah, John Roberts, he did the right thing. I don't expect that to happen every time, because they consistently send signals back to the administration saying, well, you screwed up, but this is the way you can do it right. So they're sending them kind of messages, so we can't turn our back on that. And, that's come up because of, we have two justices that are up in their age. The possibility just any day of the week that something could happen. And what would that mean if Trump got another pick on the port and Biden got elected? What would we do? There's nothing set in stone on how many judges are on that court. Anyway, let me check up here. Tim Torkelson donated $5 to Super Chat and said, this is a hoax gift. This is a hoax gift, LOL. Nah, the hoax is the hoax. I give out love for my Blue Dot family. Tim Torkelson, buddy, we appreciate it tremendously. Yeah, hoax is his favorite word nowadays. And Bud Oakley donated $5 through Super Chat and said, Trump is a hoax. I agree with that, Bud. Thank you very much. And Mega Wet Willie, our own Mega Wet Willie, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, want to give religious schools federal money, tax the churches as businesses to pay for it. Amen, brother. Amen, Mega Wet Willie. That's true. If you're going to get into politics, if you're going to get into the game, then pay your taxes. You can't have it both ways.
Stop trying to direct the country when you don't want to play with the country. You just want to have your own little world.
Well, the sad thing is, if they started taxing the churches, all of a sudden you see a lot of these big mega churches fold up and pack off. They disappear. We'd go back to probably having smaller churches all over the place rather than having one big mega church. The prosperity preachers would just disappear, which, in my opinion, prosperity preachers is a contradiction in terms. In my book, I don't remember anywhere in the teachings about God wants you to have lots of freaking money. He wants you to prosper. That doesn't mean wealth. It doesn't mean money. In the biblical sense, prosper would be your soul would prosper. You're talking
about the doctrine of prosperity, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, give me all your money and God's going to give it back to you tenfold. That kind of stuff.
That's a holy
big
way
pet
to
peeves.
steal,
Yes.
John.
Goodrick. I'm sorry.
Call me David.
I'm sorry. Say again.
Call me David. On your Patreon, Goodrick's my gaming handle.
Oh, okay.
I'm stuck with it.
All right. Now,
on your Patreon channel, I'm David Billings.
Outstanding, David. We appreciate you being here. Now, a disclaimer. Next time you're in the room, I'm going to go, oh, what was his name? in my head.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in parentheses next to me. I'm gonna fix that.
There you
Change your handle.
Yeah.
You can rename yourself.
I'm gonna fix it.
Well, we're glad you're here. This is the first time you're on the show, right?
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I've been shy. I listen all the time, but I had never participated before. I'm usually busy during live time, so I have to catch up at the evenings. But tonight I got home from my appointment of testing out my new leg and
outstanding. You got a new leg?
You guys were online. I'm getting it soon. This was, I don't know if you ever seen the amputation, the cup that fits over the stump.
Right.
I got a practice one that they tested out on me today, and now I'm going to get. This was fitting for the permanent one I'll get pretty soon here.
So is this a recent loss of the leg?
Yeah, right after I started being patron with you, I ended up being in the hospital for 3 months.
Oy.
Long story short, they cut off my leg, got an infection in my bones on my lower back, and spent 3 months in the hospital.
Holy
Spent another
shit.
4 or 5 months getting better. Now I'm learning to walk again.
Now,
no sympathy needed.
Let
I'm doing
me
pretty
no,
good.
buddy. Let me tell you this right here. I'm already impressed with just your attitude. I am impressed with your attitude because loss.
Get back on politics. I've been fighting the whole time with Republicans because the whole time this has been happening, they've been trying to take my health care away from me because I'm an Obamacare guy.
Oh, well, you don't need none of that health care shit. We got a new plan coming out. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Sure, Trump's plan.
Yeah, we're going to come up with it tomorrow. Yeah, that's the ticket. Tomorrow, we're going to come up with a new plan tomorrow. You're going to love it.
From all those
Everybody's
new
going to love
doctors
it.
that graduate from Trump University.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of, David.
Hey, you're guaranteed success with Trump University. Remember that.
Yeah. Ain't no way you can fail. Just make the payment, baby. You're guaranteed to graduate.
As long as your check clears.
Well,
Where do you come from?
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say, David. Where are you from?
Northern California.
Oh,
I'm smack between Sacramento and San Francisco now. I was born up here. I'm a native.
Outstanding.
Lived in Idaho, lived in Washington.
Well,
I've been around a bit, but mostly Pacific Northwest.
Sounds like he might be near Bernadette.
Up by Bernadette, up by
I'm not far from Bernadette.
Outstanding. Bernadette's she's big on this show. We love her. Sparky Dunk is up in that area.
Yeah.
He's on Bob Kincaid's show a lot. A lot. He does the Bob Kincaid show. And occasionally comes by to say hello. But damn, so you're up.
I can't thank you guys enough for starting the community, for starting the connections, for connecting the dots. We're a lot of blue dots, but it's nice to see them being connected.
I was.
We're gonna need it because we're in for a. If the last 2 months have been any measure of it, we're in for a bumpy ride.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're in for a battle.
Prologue is prelude. Yeah. If we look back at the last several months, if things keep going the way they are. Holy shit, baby, buckle up. It's going to be a bad wreck.
This week has been tough. And John, you're a vet, so I know this hits close to your heart. But when the story of the bounties broke, and I was furious. I felt like rage vomiting. I was tweeting every single conservative site and politician I could find demanding they address this. Yeah. I argued with QAnon people, which I normally don't, to see what their defense was going to be. Of course, it's just fake news, because QAnon's idiots. But I can't believe it, and the fact they're defending it, and he hasn't still done anything against Russia.
The latest is they blame Schiff. They said Schiff.
They're blaming Schiff because he didn't do anything.
Talk about this is typical Trump tactics. I mean, even every American must know by now he was going to blame someone else.
I was committing this crime, and you didn't stop me. So therefore, you're the one that should be arrested. That kind of shit, you know.
Did you know they had a high-level security meeting in the White House early in the year, and not long after the high-level security meeting, which this was discussed in, Trump invited the Taliban to Camp David. I mean, he was still inviting the Taliban to Camp David after he knew about this shit.
What the hell? He invited the Russians into the damn Oval Office. Come on in, buddy. Come on in. So this is the Oval Office here. You can put your bug anywhere you want. Help yourself.
So any American wants to vote for that sort of performance and attitude towards their country by a president they elect. They're not fucking Americans. They're fucking aliens.
They need to question their belief in this country.
I'm calling them for what they are now. They're fascists.
They are.
I mean, seriously, what the remaining of the GOP is a fascist party now. It's American-flavored fascism. It's not Nazis, but it's fascism still.
It is because, as we say all the time, fascism is when corporations run. Money runs the world.
Yeah.
And
ultranationalism.
That is
central
what Donnie's
charismatic leader.
Going.
Scapegoating of minorities and minority groups. It fits. It just ticks all the boxes now.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what
they're not even hiding it anymore.
No, it's out in the open.
No.
They are trying to make it acceptable to the Republican Party, to the Republican voter out there.
I didn't know. I tweeted out a white power video. Really? Because it's prominent.
I didn't look. Are you shit?
Right in the beginning of that video.
Yeah, he didn't hear what that guy said.
I know. That's just such a. Then he's either criminally culpable or criminally incompetent.
I think
there's no choice now.
I think he's mentally ill. I will stand by what I said.
Sure.
It makes no sense what he does when he says one thing, and then a few minutes later he says something else, and he'll say, "Well, I didn't say it."
I didn't.
Come on.
He screwed himself on MSNBC when he was interviewed yesterday, and he said, "Oh, it's a bit of a hoax." Then he started saying that he doesn't believe the intel and the security of the American intel department.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's saying it's a hoax. Which is it, Donald?
Yeah.
Which is
he's
it?
trying to do both defenses.
Yeah. Either way, depends on which way it's blowing that day. That's the way he'll go. It is. It's ridiculous.
The fact is, it's widely accepted now, and he still hasn't done anything.
Look at how much he's normalized. I mean, look at the things we're accepting now that we would have never accepted in the past.
Let me see. He's after we got a new IG he's after. He's after the IG of the Commerce Department.
Sure.
He's now after
he doesn't like the numbers.
Well, because the Inspector General of the Commerce Department requested a report on who got the COVID money. Who got the bailout money?
Ooh.
Okay.
He's going against Mnuchin.
This is acceptable request from the Commerce Department to have the Inspector General to get this information because of the, suspicious freaking activity and the disappearance of $500 billion. But here's the kick. The Commerce Department was denied, the Inspector General was denied the copies because, as Mnuchin puts it, we just have to redact it so much because of proprietary information that you wouldn't see anything. So we ain't going to release it. Are you shitting me? I don't understand this. Where are they getting off with proprietary information on if they accept government money? What proprietary information are we talking about?
You're not allowed to know.
Excuse.
You're not allowed to know, but Donald Trump told the lawyer on the White House lawn, you have got no right to know what I talk to Putin about or other world leaders.
Exactly. He's made that comment.
How is that for your president? How is fucking that? Yeah. You've got no right.
He thinks we don't have a right. And the sad thing is he's got an attorney general that helps him get away with that shit. And let me
but he's running around the world. He's running around the world fixing up Obama's mess. Remember, Jim Jordan said yesterday, Mr. Barr's running around fixing up Obama's and Biden's mess. Yeah. Well, what the fuck is the mess?
I don't think so, baby. I don't think, tell me what mess. Come up with that. No, they're pulling shit out of their ass, and every time they turn around, they're talking about Obama and Joe Biden. That's the criminal here. All this stuff there. Kiss my ass. Let me see. Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong, donated $5 to Super Chat and said, the families of fallen soldiers demand answers for the Putin bounty. I do too. And Hoax is not the answer. So saith Diana Mallory. That is, man, yeah. You're right, David. That when I heard this story, it pissed me off. It pissed me off tremendously, and it should piss any veteran off. And this, I don't, every time he does something, I think, well, this is it. This is it. Surely this is going to be the straw. This is going to be the outrage. I don't see the outrage. Not within the Republican Party. I see a lot of head bowing. I don't got time to talk right now. I can't talk about the group of 8 was briefed today. I have not caught up on the news on what happened out of that.
Some of the chowderheads in that group, though. One of them's Devin Nunes. There's an intellectual giant. Kevin McCarthy. Oh, good. Wonderful. We're going to get a lot done.
Yeah, there's 2 right there. What other 2 Republicans got in there?
That's conspiracy right there.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it?
Yes. Yes, because
right off.
You know, you could stop right at Devin Nunes right there. What the hell is he doing involved in this shit anyway? Is he? Oh, he's on the intelligence committee. He's on the intelligence committee, I think.
I'm hoping we get rid of him.
God,
we call that area down there Fresno. We call it Fresneck.
Fresneck.
Where he's from.
Fresneck. That's that damn good.
Patch.
I want to catch up on the other 2 points I was having about the Supreme Court there, John.
What's that, Dennis?
This first one is going to provoke some people into thinking, like, I don't want to go about whatabouts or, what isms.
Right.
But this struck me as very odd. The Supreme Court said they were not going to rule on releasing the Mueller report, the redacted Mueller report, until after the election. To me, that screams cover up.
That's a cover up. That's disgusting.
Cover up.
Yeah, they can release
exactly
people from jail.
what it is. Now you're seeing the result of having his nominations on the Supreme Court. Hell yes, that's what that is. That's going to be a cover-up. Why?
We're going to at least have to impeach Kavanaugh.
Everything that is, right down to the Secret Service. They are not going to release the numbers that it costs to have Secret Service for the Trump family until next year, after the election. You throw this in there. It's just...
It's ugly.
It is ugly. And it stinks. You know what's going to come out in that, but it's going to be too late. Donald Trump will be a thing in the past. He'll be gone. He'll be defeated. And all. This man needs to be held accountable for this shit. That's what needs to happen. If we don't do that as a society, as a country, what the hell does our Constitution stand for? What do the laws of this country stand for? If we can allow the highest office in our land to be corrupted to a point that they turn their back on their basic charge of protecting this country, and it's just.
Here's the question. I'm no constitutional scholar, but it digresses two thoughts, I guess. Either one, the Supreme Court is bought and paid for, or two, the information that they're withholding is so corrupt and so damning that they can't afford, like, it'll be a knee-jerk reaction. There will be riots in the streets if it's that damning.
Maybe both.
Yeah, that's what I was. Can we? Is it multiple choice or can we? A and B.
Oh yeah, all of the above.
A and B, all of the above. That's exactly what it looks like. The information is going to be damning. We haven't seen his taxes. Oh, I'm going to show him right after the audit's over. I kiss my ass.
And so when the information eventually comes out, are these justices that voted against, withholding the truth, are they going to be held accountable for it?
We can impeach him. I mean, yes. It's there in the Constitution.
Yes.
I think Kavanaugh and Merrick Garland, or not Merrick Garland, the guy Gorsuch.
Yeah, Gorsuch.
Should have been Merrick Garland.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't do something, that someone else will come along and do it who's smarter than Donnie and do it better and get away with it. And that's
what
the
I'm worried about.
You've got to make an example of this and say, we will not put up with this again, and close all the loopholes that allowed this to happen. See, the loopholes that let him make all the changes to your departments that kept him safe were the problems. They were open, and he capitalized on the loopholes.
That's the discussion going on a lot here in this country, is should the Attorney General of the United States be appointed by the President? Should it fall under the executive?
Elected position.
It should be an elected position. The appointment by the executive branch has been shown this time. William Barr is nothing but the consigliere to protect Donnie. That's it. He ain't got another job. He's not fighting for anything in this country outside of keep Donnie's ass out of jail and in office.
And look at what happened today and what's been exposed, how Barr was protecting himself with the arrest of Jeffrey Epstein's partner, Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell. Yeah.
Turns out that that was where Barr was trying to mess with just recently.
I hope they keep an eye on this girl. We'd hate to have any.
She's gonna die.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. How long before we hear about? Oh, she hung herself. Oh, darn it! She jumped out the window. That. Yeah, because we're talking about the highest levels of governments and kings. That's who was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. And either we got to be truthful with the whole damn thing, or we're just lying to ourselves again. Ben Stroud donated $5 through Super Chat and said, time for CIA to make 45 disappear. They do that shit, I heard. What happened to that guy? I don't know. He was here. They went down to Mexico, never came back. And Sword of the Jedi donated $5 through Super Chat and said, hi to all the blue dots in Texas and worldwide. Shine bright. I can see you from the Sea of Red in Stephenville, Texas. Glad to have you there, Sword of the Jedi, buddy. We appreciate it.
Man,
another
makes
Texan
me wish I had one of my lightsabers in here. I'd shine it up for you, pal.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait, are you shining what up, mate?
What are you doing?
I thought there was one right there.
They all used to be up here, and then I moved them out.
It's down the hall, leaning right up against the sugar bowl.
Do you want me to go get it?
I'm just telling you where you're thinking.
I wasn't gonna leave my post to go get it, but you can. I'll go get it for you.
I will man the helm whilst you walk away.
I predicted Jedi John.
Quick, let's change direction. Let's go that way.
Video in the future.
Yeah, the final log of the Supreme Court dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Is the Supreme Court is pretty much saying that they're not going to give a decision on releasing Trump's taxes before the election.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, ain't that some shit? We knew we weren't going to see him. You're never going to see the son of a bitches until after he's arrested. It's this, this whole game of hiding information is sickening to this country. That's what I mean. We are a nation. He says it all. We're law and order. Yeah, it's time for truth and justice, and then have some law and order. Let's find out the truth. Let's determine the justice, and then we'll get on with that law and order shit.
You got to stick your hand out and grab it.
Oh, I got to grab it. I thought you was going to do it.
No. You got to use the force.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you got to use the force.
No, go back. How about that?
Did you know that?
Did you see that? It came right to me. I used the force.
I am really annoyed that all this little attention that's going on right now is serious shit, and it should be in the limelight, and it should be noticed and out there, this being discussed. But also at the same time, there's something going on in the South China Sea that we're not knowing about, because things are building up over there, and this may be Donnie's hand grenade pin. Because if he starts shit over there and it blows up in the South China Sea, well, it's a whole different ball game for him, he thinks.
The South China Sea is getting to be a very difficult ball of wax to handle with out there.
Well, he's asking our Australian ships to send more Australian Navy ships over there. We've got ships in there now on behalf of Donnie.
Yeah.
And they're being had the guns pointed at them and had the threats by the Chinese. There's other nations there. Japan had claimed the North China Sea, or that's actually Japan's sea.
Right.
China's in there, and now we're being asked to go into North China. This is something that's
China is trying to
there.
expand their power. And have you seen Donnie come up outside of, Donnie has been kissing China's ass ever since he got here. I don't give a shit what he says about, he's got the tariffs are being paid by us, not by China. He uses that all the time. He has bent over backwards for two people in this damn whole administration, Russia and China. We're not getting squat out of this deal. Those two are making out like bandits. There's something wrong with this picture, baby.
Yeah,
There's something wrong with this picture.
Behind?
Well, what's going on in the China Sea, though, is that potentially a bomb. I mean, all he has to say is to any one of his ships or the Australian ships, and my stupid Prime Minister will probably go along with it, fire. And whoever presses the button, that's it,
And guess where we end up at, Things could...
Kind of afford that with Australia, though? They're so tied up economically together.
No, we've lost billions of dollars in the last 3 months in contracts to China, thanks to us doing something for Donnie, which is lifting or starting an investigation into where COVID came from. We did this 3 months ago, and we have lost billions of dollars in trade. China's
punishing you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My brother lives in Canberra, so I didn't follow a little bit of it. But dang.
Yep. We're a little bit informed, but yes, we have had a little bit of shit thanks to Donnie. We're pissed off more than we were before. We were supportive before of your efforts, and now we're angry because we are being used as cannon fodder. We are the cannon fodder.
Hey, but he says thank you, right? You don't mind?
We've heard jack shit from the man.
Yeah.
In Australia, it's been the ally that's followed us in every war.
Yeah,
yes.
They've been right by our side.
Credit for it.
Yep. And paid a heavy price for it. You know, it's again a situation of Donnie willing to kick every ally we have in the knee while he tries to suck up to dictators.
Well, John,
the damage he's done with our allies.
Oh. Yeah.
What's his ultimate motivation, though, to do that? It makes no sense. But
you know, I've tried to figure this out. Let me catch this real quick. It's got to be post-Trump administration. What is he going to do after this? You know, he's I've seen somebody today talking about his wealth. You know, because he says he's a billionaire. He says he's a billionaire. That's the reason you're not seeing his taxes, because it will prove that he is not a billionaire, and who owns his ass is Russia, Saudi Arabia, and China. And you know, every deal. Let me get this real quick before I get it out of here. Philinda, I am donated $2 to Super Chat. Philinda, thank you very much. We appreciate it tremendously. And Ben Stroud donated $5 and said, let's all play the IRS $10 each to expose 45's taxes for the last 40. Yeah, let's all take up a collection. Let's bribe the IRS. Thank you, Ben Stroud. That's a good idea, buddy.
The people hire their own lawyer. Get people to hire their own Cochran. Get Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, get Johnny Cochran in here. Let's go. Is he still around?
He got him somewhere.
I don't know.
Did he die?
Not the black gentleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the lawyer that got O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson thing. I just flashed through my head. I didn't know if he was alive or not.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he had cancer. He died.
No, Justice, he died. Alan Dershowitz.
I don't think there's going to be a dream team available once this man gets out of office to protect his ass from everything that he's done. I really do wonder what he is going to do.
You're talking about the biggest traitor in the United States. Yes. Benedict Arnold at least served the country in our armed forces.
And when
credit where credit's due there.
When he no longer has the protection that is provided to him right now by this administration, all his cronies, Pompeo, Barr, did y'all hear Herman Cain's in the hospital? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Herman Cain
got sick at the
Tulsa rally. Yeah, I had pictures there on his Twitter account there. Look at me, I'm here at the Tulsa rally. Nobody's wearing a mask. It's okay. I wonder if he signed a waiver. Yep. Surely he signed a waiver.
Apparently 8 of the choir members where Mike Pence went.
I saw that too. And after they
are also COVID positive.
Yes. And they knew it before they brought his ass in there.
Knew it before they brought him in there.
Ain't that so?
The Kool-Aid. It's the Kool-Aid. COVID is the new Kool-Aid.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand the ignorance of it with a disease like this. Are you shitting me? They're willing to die for this asshole? Have at it.
Die and go home to Jesus. They don't care.
Just, leave the rest of us intact down here. If you go to his rallies, stay the hell away from anybody else in your life. I'm sorry. Hit the microphone.
Well, from this point forward, I think that should be at least an ordinance of some sort. Anyone that attends mass public events like that in indoor theaters is required to quarantine for 14 days afterwards, no questions asked. If they're going to make them sign a waiver saying that they won't sue, it's right along with those.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the guy that goes to a cafe? He sits down next to the guy that's just been to a Donald Trump rally. That guy signed a waiver, but that guy gives the guy who didn't go to the rally COVID. That guy didn't sign a waiver.
Nope.
But he's been infected thanks to Donald Trump's rally member going and now that guy that's just got the COVID from the rally attendee who signed the waiver. He could sue Donald Trump because he never signed a waiver. Think about it.
Yeah. If you can prove where he got it, that's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you could prove where you got it from, but that's the potential of the whole thing. You can not sue the man, but you can go out there and affect the rest of the world.
And nobody has recourse for it. That's shit. You think that's how pandemics start?
See, that's really
sorry.
You would think.
I think he's got a mental illness, Trump does, because it's so obvious the numbers are going up. Does he look at those numbers? Doesn't he hear what's going on?
Yeah.
Doesn't he get briefed?
You mean the briefings
Article 25. Article 25
is so close to?
Yeah, well, doesn't anybody brief him about it? Or I mean, verbally as well as he. Well, we know he probably doesn't read it.
He told you he's the most informed and knows everything president you've ever had in the
Yes,
country.
he's
So,
the best
as if you
liar.
didn't know about.
He's also a very
Yeah, he's the
stable
best liar.
genius, unmatched wisdom.
Here's the thing, though. I
Until
gotta
something goes
step
wrong.
in and point something out here because you know the
I gotta
term
get one of
mental
these.
illness is thrown around a lot, and I gotta say I know people who with mental illnesses that have a heart of gold and have far more intelligence than that man would ever hope for. I don't believe it's mental illness that has him so wishy-washy. I think for one, he's just legitimately stupid and of all points evil.
He's an evil man.
So there's like we cannot
He
keep
has no
using mental
empathy.
illness as an excuse because he's just a fucking prick from the word go.
He's a dick.
So
I got a T-shirt that says it. He's a dick.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's who he is. Let me catch up again here. Y'all being so.
And he's ours.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before I do this, well, let's do this, and then we're gonna do a random.
Yeah. I
wanna
think
do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Teresa Diggum just donated $2 to Super Chat and said, Gallipoli, God bless Australia. Great movie. Indeed it is. Y'all check that
Thank
out.
you.
Gallipoli.
It was.
It is
Gallipoli.
fantastic. Yep. Did I say it right?
Gallipoli? No,
Yeah.
it's Gallipoli.
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 I'm sorry, bub. Gallipoli.
Like Tripoli.
Yeah.
Don't follow the Italians and the French and that. If you get their names wrong, they get upset.
Yo, man,
I
I'm
don't
telling
give a shit.
And
Well,
Charles
I have to say, you
Stokel.
got my name right.
Who's that? Who said that?
I would say at least you got my name right the
What's
first
your
time
name?
you said it. And I was
What?
impressed.
What's your
You
name?
know.
Who are you?
know my.
Bug.
Bug. Hello, Bug. Glad
Bug.
you made it, Bug. What part of the country are you in?
He's
I'm
confused.
messing with you, Johnny Fly.
You confused him.
I can't let the show go by, baby. I got to get you. And Charles Stokel donated $5 to Super Chat and said, "Oh, Obi-John Kenobi, may the force be with you and fuck Trump." There you go.
Here, one more for the road. No, you got
gotta be. Give me the force. Give me the force. Give me the force. Give me the force. Zix. I guess. Flies through the air again. Obi, I just got to be careful. I cut my beard off. Don't want to do that.
No, you don't.
I think these things are cool. I do.
Yeah, they do.
My
They are.
problem is I really want to get into it, and you'd break it.
No, you wouldn't. No, those are made for sparring. Those are made for legit sparring.
Really, they're
Yeah.
heavy
Don't
as shit.
encourage them.
This is a
You
very
haven't
heavy.
You haven't seen me and Tyler go out there?
I have seen y'all
Yeah, I
go.
was
I've
about
seen
to
you and
say.
Rose go out there.
Oh, I don't
After
fight
each
Rose. Rose, no,
What?
Rose is dangerous.
Rose will kick your ass.
Yes. She swings like it's a bat.
Well, what is it? That's what you're supposed to do.
It's a weapon of the Jedi Knights, okay? It's not a fucking
Well, it's a
baseball
weapon.
bat.
Oh,
Travis, expensive. Looks expensive, Travis.
Hey, you didn't tell her not to
he's
use it
had
like
that
a baseball
for
bat.
how long you had that?
Well, no, that one ain't mine. That one's Tyler's.
That one's Tyler's, but you
Yeah.
have one just like it, right?
I got one that's a little bit smaller because I like smaller blades. There's the nerd of me, everybody. How about it?
Yeah.
Everybody here owns a lightsaber.
Y'all
Well,
went
not
to
everybody.
Houston.
Nerds rule.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Oh,
dude.
buddy, are you shitting me? Yep.
I play pen
I
and
used
paper
to-
role-playing games. I don't call anyone else a nerd.
Oh, man,
Hey,
dude.
I used to like. Do you remember Zora when he was very popular?
course.
Zorro?
Of course.
Well, see, that's why I'm envious of that saber because my sword didn't light up. I just had a plastic sword to swing around.
We had
What lights up your sword, Johnny?
a
What lights up
stick.
your sword, mate?
Well, I can't say it on live show. I'll tell you later.
Sorry.
I don't care if it was swords, lightsabers, or whatever else, or a gun, or whatever game you were playing. We had a stick. That's what you grabbed.
You could have had
Yeah,
D&D,
stick.
though.
We
I
didn't
mean,
have D&D.
You could have had D&D in your, like, teen years or, like, after you got into the Navy and shit. You could have had that. Everybody could play D&D. Use your
Dungeons
imagination,
and
pin it. Yes.
I don't know how to play the game now.
God, it...
Hey,
5th edition
like
is easy for
storytelling,
anybody.
John.
Yeah,
It's like
story-
group
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yes.
Hey, when I went to church, they always told us that was of the devil. We weren't supposed
That's
to.
what
play
I
it.
heard.
No,
It's
I
of the
got told the
devil.
same
That's what
thing.
they said.
That sounds like
I'm not taking any chances here.
If it has the devil in it, that sounds like a fucking badass campaign, if you ask me.
No shit.
D&D, you got to ask which devil.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. For real, which one?
Oh,
you got a real one in the White House.
Well, I would expect so. With 4,200 religions in this world, I guess there's 4,200 devils and 4,200 God. Pick whatever one you want, I guess.
Thanks to the Supreme Court, now the Church of Satan can start a school and get state money for it.
State money? Yeah, that's right. We're going to
my pagan friends are already going to cash in on that one.
Yeah, bring in chickens and
that would
stuff
be
like
badass if you ask me.
Voodoo
Because
school.
those guys
I'd go
will
to a
actually
voodoo
put
school
them.
in a hot second.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Voodoo
right up
high?
here
Oh,
in South Texas, in a little town called Three Rivers, Texas, which is known for a great big refinery there. That's about it. Oil-filled town. They had a story years ago of I think it was a pastor somewhere there that had been arrested or something, either child abuse or something. I can't remember the story right now, but I do remember distinctly seeing the big freaking billboard that the Church of Satan put up in that little town. Then it said in the church. Oh yeah, it said at the Church of Satan, we don't beat our children. And they put that big billboard right up in the middle of that little town. And I guess the preacher was accused of child abuse or something. And yeah. So
love it.
Did they make them take it down? Did they keep it
no,
up?
they had up.
It's still up.
No, I don't think it's still up now.
Oh, you don't think so?
As years ago, I think it's probably down by now.
Yeah, but Rose had to go up that way. And
yes,
she
saw it. Yes, yeah. The story hit the news, and it was like, oh, I want to go see this. No shit. And Three Rivers being a nice, quaint little Texas town, a lot of religious people in that town, and so yeah, it was a stick in the face of freedom of speech. You know. The big story is one of your preachers got arrested for child abuse, and guess what? Hey, Church of Satan, we don't beat our kids. Anyway.
Gives me hope for Texas.
There you go, baby. We're fighting every day.
We're trying, man.
We're trying every day.
We're trying so fucking hard.
My friend.
Oh, you guys have Louis Gomart. I can't imagine how
there
hard
you
it must
go.
be.
All right, there I was, being real nice to you. Real nice to you. Had you in the room here having great conversation, and then you want to go throw that shit right out there. I'm telling you. All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
We have Nunez. I can't come. We have.
That's right. You got Devin Nunez out there.
You know.
Come on,
it's a bad game when we.
Cornyn.
Yeah, we got Cornyn too. Ted Cruz, Cornyn, and Louis
Neither of
Gohmert.
us have, thank God. Neither of us have Matt Gaetz.
That's true. That's true. We can brag on that. That could be our new. Hey, we ain't got Matt Gaetz, Florida. Get your shit together. Ohio Dad 70, Ohio Dad 70. My friend Joe, who I believe have a message on my phone from Joe. I haven't checked my phone yet. Made a $2 donation through Super Chat and said, I'm not a spitting cobra. I wear my mask. BD. Blue Dot. That's it, baby. Yeah, wear your mask. Wear your fucking mask. Everybody wear your fucking mask. And Maria Betancourt donated $5 to Super Chat and said, Trump probably has borderline personality disorder, narcissist, not mental illness. I cannot disagree. I cannot diagnose. I'm only a psych RN. I don't know. I think she knows what she's talking about there. So, somebody knows what they're talking about. And Diana Marie donated $2 to Super Chat and said, let's see those tax returns, Fatsy. Yeah, let's see them, Donnie, right after the audit. It's coming right after the audit's over there, I guess. And Diana Marie came right behind and did another $2 and said, Trump's illnesses are greed and stupidity. So saith Diana Marie. And that is true. That's his disease, his greed and his ignorance. And Ben Stroud donated $2 to Super Chat and said, Darth Vader says Trump is no Jedi or Sith. Fuck Trump. Yeah, there's Ben Stroud. Thank you very much, buddy. I think it's consensus there. He's an asshole. Seems to be a common thread through everything.
Well, can I ask you, American people, what do you think is going to happen if on November the 3rd, Donald Trump, on the 4th, Donald Trump is actually lost by a landslide, and he turns around and says, I cannot be losing by a landslide, I'm not that unpopular.
He's going to. He's going to say that.
Physically.
I have
Unless
no
we're banning the
doubt.
Constitution. He gets removed.
Yeah, on January 21st or 20th, whatever day that is, we get a new president. We don't give a fuck if he's sitting in that house or not. The new president can be sworn in anywhere. And the minute that happens, the split second it happens, Donnie's a civilian. And the new commander-in-chief is Joe Biden.
Well, let's keep the big fence wall around the White House and call it a prison and keep him locked up in there. He can stay there. Make a new White House.
Yeah, Benedict put up a little article on Discord about how Trump could stay in power even if he loses.
Nope.
I haven't read it yet, but I'm keen to. But there must be a loophole because this guy's too relaxed. Trump is walking around too calm, collected, relaxed.
He is going to try to pull anything out of his freaking ass. This country will not accept it. This nation
He's
going
to do a lot of damage. If he loses between then and November, he'll trash the White House. I have no doubt about that.
I don't see how he could remain in power because I think, Aussie Dave, remember we had that discussion, you brought it up. Why don't we do something about him to get him out now? It's impossible. I don't see how unless you say he's mentally incompetent.
Well, you need the cabinet.
My point there was
the cabinet or the Senate to step forward, and they're not going to do it.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. They've shown they have no moral spine.
No moral, and they're willing to turn their back on their oath of office. Every one of these suckers, in my opinion.
The death of Mr. Floyd created so much protest throughout the world, but especially in America, it created a lot of protest. Now, what Trump has done is no different to what the policeman done to Mr. Floyd. Trump has got his knee on the neck of America.
Yes.
And, I can't believe that he's...
And the world is screaming around us, get off of
killing soldiers, and yet no one's on the front White House lawn saying, you fucking traitor, you asshole,
Yeah.
Well,
nobody that can remove him. Look at it this way. I think he lost the military with these, especially with this last bounty gate.
Yeah.
I think he's lost the Secret Service by giving so many of them COVID.
And
I think if he tried to stay in power, those two groups would not let him stay.
As a public announcement, the U.S. Navy will never name a ship after Trump. The U.S. Navy will never name a ship after this disgusting piece of crap.
Porta potties after Trump.
Porta potties, yeah, there you go. Hey, take a shit in the Trump dump. Are you ready to generate a number, Travis?
The Trump dump.
Yeah,
okay.
If you're ready to go.
Let's do it. We are fixing to give away a Ninja T-shirt. An idea that was spawned. One of our Blue Dot family members, Mitch Goldstein, came up with the idea of doing a Blue Dot Naruto run, and this was right prior to the midterms, and we did, and it was fantastic, and it spawned some beautiful artwork done by Travis's own significant other, Rose, and it is beautiful artwork. You have a picture or anything?
Not yet, no, because right now until the Amazon package comes in with these monitor hookups, I can't currently show the screens yet. But so we got over 30 entries. We got, I believe, 31. I'm counting them up right now just to make sure I get everything counted and accounted for. So we got 30...
Well, I like the blue wave. Go ahead.
31 entries. I am on Google. If you type in random number generator on Google, it'll be the first thing you see. And I got my number set from 1 to 31. And I'm about to click generate. And as soon as I click generate, I'm going to pick that number, look at the list, and name out the winner. And let's see here. Number is...
I don't get to see this?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately. Number is 20.
Number 20.
Number 20.
All right, so number 20 out of 31 just won a T-shirt, so we're fixing to find out who's
Hey!
Is it me? Is it me?
No. Envy Snyder, Velda's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Velda's daughter. Well, isn't that great? Then?
Envy, you're getting a shirt.
Envy, you're getting a Ninja T-shirt, a Ninja Run T-shirt.
She likes anime from what I hear, so that pretty
works out pretty cool.
Velda, I hope you're listening in on that. Tell Envy she won.
And we have the information, and all it is, Travis has to type that in, and it will be sent directly to you. And like I said, it's not going to be the only time. We're going to do coffee cups and T-shirts. And
we're going to do this pretty often.
Yeah.
If you like this kind of thing, we're going to announce our next one pretty soon. And we're going to do this more often.
We're going to do it quite often.
That's great.
I'll be contacting...
the family has been, we can only do this because of the donations that we've been getting.
Exactly.
And y'all have stepped up on that, and it really tremendously helps out. not only with us being able to do the show, but pay the bills, and we want to be able to give back a little.
Yes. So Envy, I'll be getting a hold of you tonight and make sure that order gets sent right to your door.
Outstanding. That went well.
Yeah, that went easy.
Dolores Grant donated $2 to Super Chat and said, fuck Trump. That's what Dolores said. I'm just telling you. And Stephen Craig donated $2 to Super Chat. Thank you, Stephen. We appreciate it tremendously. Yeah, that was cool. I like doing that.
Yeah, in 5 years' time, guys, you'll be giving away free motor cars.
Yeah, sign up for a new Chevy. We're gonna roll it right out there. Yeah.
Here's the thing, Dave. I gotta stop you right there because I have this conversation a lot more often than I ever thought I would. If I had money, if I had a good lump sum of money,
seems to be a common
I wouldn't know
thread
what the
through my
fucking
life.
to do with it for myself. I would try to go out and go hunt for people who deserve some money or need help or whatever, and I'd be giving that shit away. I really would.
Yeah. If I ever won the lotto, that's what Elvis used to do.
Yeah.
Elvis would be traveling across country and just see some old boy on the side of the road, looked like they needed a few bucks, to stop and give him something and drive off.
A lot of blue dots in this family, I think, are the sort of people that would put, if they won the lottery, they'd walk around the street, and if they seen a homeless person, they'd give them $1,000 and set them up in a rental home and say, here's a $1,000. You help them out.
Yeah.
I mean, the way we look at it is we kind of look at how things are so fucked up in today's society. Apparently we live in the country where you have opportunity, but that opportunity only seems like it really reaches out to the very select few who can make their way up in the world and just hog that shit. You know what I mean?
It's called greed.
Yeah, greed, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
They're ruled by dragons that sit on their hordes.
Yes, exactly. And I look at that and, I see how, not only my personal experiences with my friends and family who suffer without, having to work multiple jobs, going to school, and trying to be a part of the system that is allegedly obtainable through everybody without killing your fucking self over it.
Yeah, just rise
but
to the top.
Because I see that, and we felt our own experiences and stuff, it's like that point.
You get a car.
Yeah, I would. If I could, I fucking would in a heartbeat, and I would be.
Well, you know what I've always said, if I
you'd get a bus and visit everybody?
That's right. We'd be coming to your house to do the show.
Yeah, we'd
be
taking the show.
We'd have a mobile studio, and we'd be pulling up at your house. Hey, how y'all doing? Randy Curvin just pledged on our Patreon page. Randy, we appreciate it tremendously. If you do not know who Randy Curvin is, that's too bad. Check him out at Rant and Randy's. Wait a minute. It's Rant and Randy's True Patriot Group. That's what it's called. Rant and Randy's True Patriot Group. Rant and Randy, you can find him on YouTube, and you can find him on Facebook. Give him a listen. He does this every day, same way as I do. He's been in it forever. We have voices in this family that have made it a point to raise their own voice. Leo Sahaki, except he's been involved in some remodeling work out there in Tennessee, moving into a new house, and him and Valerie are doing fine, but he's been tied up with a lot of shit. I'm sure he'll be back doing rants soon. Andy Paguda, Marlon Velda occasionally. Who else? Am I missing somebody? Besides Tim Cormall on his show and Bob Kincaid on his show. They're all voices that are trying to get the same message out, trying to keep people motivated, keep them informed, keep them involved. And that's what this is. We have been extremely lucky in the way this family has grown and the way they reach out and make connections within the family. And you can see that going on in the chat all the time. When somebody's Randy Curvin says Rant and Randy's Rant. That's what his rant is. Rant and Randy's Rant. Look it up on Facebook or on YouTube. But yeah, there's a lot of people out here trying to use their voice, and I
think we have such a good bond. Our family does here.
We do, and it grows all the time. And it does. Like I say, the conversation is not always politics in the Blue Room. Sometimes politics don't even come up. It is indeed a diverse family. It's a cohesive family. And on that note, again, we urge you to go to bluedotintexas.com, follow the instructions, come join the Discord family. after the show here, we all run up to the Blue Room, and that's when the party starts. And it is, but it's grown because of the work that y'all have put into this. I'm doing the same thing I'm doing since the day I started this, running my mouth. That's what I do. But with the help of people like Dennis Valadez, who up in San Antonio put together that first Blue Dot hookup meeting that was so successful, and others that have gone out of their way to advance this show, I'd still be sitting down in the garage, in my shop with my iPad, whacking it with the wrench or something. So it is y'all that have grown this family. It's not me. It's y'all. And I appreciate the shit out of it. Karen Van Wyk just donated $2 and says, one more time. Boom. Thank you, baby. We appreciate it. And but that is, and the names that you see going by those are our Patreon members that support us on a monthly basis.
Like David.
Like David. And,
it's a gesture at least.
Hey, those dollars, that adds up. And it does. It comes once a month, and it allows us to make a bill. It allows us to do something. And we greatly appreciate it.
And David, I really appreciate the fact you came on tonight. We always like getting new viewers.
Well,
and
thank you.
You sound like you got sounds like you got a good head on your shoulders, man. I hope you come back and talk with us some more.
I will.
There you go.
I will try.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys so much. I mean, you really honestly gave me hope for Texas and hope for the South, where I started feeling like I was giving up. And when I heard voices coming out of those areas that were echoing common sense, were echoing humanity,
we're
it
out
made
here,
a difference
baby.
and hope for me.
We're out here.
There's even Fox hosts are now, some of these backers of Trump's in Fox are now getting fed up with the shit. The world is taking notice, but more American people every day have had enough.
Yeah, every day I think you see more people that are jumping ship, baby.
You go watch some of those videos of Republicans that stop voting for Trump on YouTube, and it's startling to watch.
Yeah, it is.
They still don't line up with me politically, but listening how they're disaffected now.
Oh, they say that too. I don't agree with everything that he does or that the Democrats do, but I just can't take this guy no more, or some whatever reason they want to give.
I don't care what commonly say Biden's a good bloke. They commonly say Biden's a genuine, honest guy.
And you know what those voices are going to do? They're going to give other people that still are supporting Trump permission to stop supporting him. Yeah. They're going to be the gateway for them to say, oh, I can step away now too.
Yeah.
I don't have to continue with this.
And you see, Trump has nothing to sell to us anymore. He's trying, if you notice one of his recent ads against Biden, Joe Biden is losing it now. You ever notice that? He's sitting there and they have him talking funny. I think they doctored that video.
Well, the polls have Biden up by 12 points.
Yeah.
For Trump to say anyone talks funny is just, I don't think they understand hypocrisy at all.
I'm pretty sure if you ask Joe Biden right off the cuff, in a split second, Joe, how do you spell hamburger? I bet you him boots a bone, and he can. I bet he can spell it and say it correctly. I have no doubt in my mind.
He can only eat them. Yeah, he can only eat them. He doesn't know how to spell it.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to
Somebody
spell
needs to ask Trump if he knows the oranges of Joe Biden's problems.
Well, the oranges of Biden's problem can be found in his
fruit basket.
His fruit basket. There you go. That's the way.
They do not have the moral high ground in any areas.
The Republicans have lost their moral high ground. It's down the tubes, sailed off downriver.
Worse than that, John, they sold it like they'd sell their souls.
Yes.
And they'd sell anything.
And that's the way I look at it. And that's the only hope that Republicans or conservatives have, is to jump off that sinking ass ship, because they've drilled it full of holes. They've put holes in there to let the Klan in, the neo-Nazis, let them in over here. Well, nobody will notice, White nationalists. Yeah. Oh, take off the white. Okay. Just call themselves nationalists. It slowly has sunk.
You saw the most recent Trump symbol shirt they're selling?
Yes. Yes,
eagle?
I did. Yes, I did.
God.
Are you shitting me?
Can we
scream Nazi any
Nazis.
louder? Can we hold up the Fuhrer any higher than that? My God, and you have to ask yourself, David, how many minions out there are buying that shirt? How many are out there buying that freaking shirt?
One would be too many.
You gotta update me on the shirt. What
it is
shirt?
If you remember the symbol of an eagle spread wing, looking to I think it's to the right, and holding a circle that has the Nazi emblem in it.
I think it was called the Iron Eagle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
right.
They had it on the Reichstag.
Yeah, we'll take away the Nazi symbol and put in an American flag. That's it.
Oh, great.
That's it.
God.
Just take out the Nazi symbol and put American flag. That's how they're selling this shit to him.
A religious cross. Is there a religious cross in there as well?
I don't have it in front of me. I didn't see one.
What else?
It is just right out of the Nazi. What did y'all call it? What was the name of it?
Playbook.
Well, the emblem itself.
Propaganda. I think it's called the Iron Eagle.
There it is. America First, and it's got the eagle with its wings out. Underneath it, it has the American flag instead of the Nazi emblem, and Trump 2020 under it. Is that what it says?
You see the influence.
Yeah.
My God.
My
God.
It's how they sell it.
They just got
baby.
busted for those upside down red triangles.
Yes.
In their Facebook ads, the man and 88 ads. Oh, 88 ads.
This is how obvious. He sells white supremacy and neo-Nazi-ship to his minions. This is how he makes that. It is. This imagery is there to inspire. That other emblem inspired the Germans. Look at there. Hey, I like it. It's a crooked cross
national
there.
symbol.
Hey, yeah, it's a national. That's it. I'm all behind it. Let's go to World War II. Let's defeat Poland. All that shit was born out of that emblem. And in the United States right now, we got a problem with emblems and statues and shit right now.
The Holocaust was under the emblem.
Yes. Yeah.
Statues of traitors are worth more than lives of our soldiers.
He is threatening right now to veto the Defense Spending Act, take money away from the military that he loves so much, if they try to take away the names of those bases. Fort Hood and stuff. These are bases and statues across our nation that are built upon traitorous activity. I mean, these are traitors to their country. These are people that took up arms against the United States. So
they're built for one reason and one reason alone: to set a clear message to a certain minority group that they better stay in their place. That's why they were put there.
Because we're all over the place here. Look at here, we're naming our army bases. We're putting a statue in your town. Look at here. Remember, no, there's no place for that shit. And it is high time, and I'm very happy that the United States and the world is coming to terms with that. It is being forced to look at that statue and think of George.
So I hope we don't voice this off in another generation.
No, we can't. We can't be jacking off, as
I think
somebody
this
told
is
me.
the start of a new era, John.
I do.
Our whole country.
I see a country that is inspired right now to make significant change in our country. This can, but we have to strike while the iron's hot. We have to continue this momentum. That's what all of this is about. You think that freaking midterms was a wave? Baby. That was a ripple compared to what we're fixing to come with. And because we have gathered up so much more in this wave that is rolling towards November 3rd. I mean, it's going to wash over.
A clear message, a clear,
yes,
overwhelming message. Sweep them out of power, flip the Senate, let them know that they have to go back and rebuild from scratch an honest, and I believe we need this, an honest conservative voice, not what they built this time.
Yeah.
And let them die on the ashes of history.
That sounds like a good place for him to be.
I'm just amazed. I'm so amazed that from the time he came down that escalator and his campaign speeches and everything he stood for, you mean to tell me the American people could not figure that out, how evil he was?
They liked the entertainment.
Yeah,
it was honestly that. They liked the entertainment. They liked the show.
That's all. That's what it was. It was The Apprentice.
He owned the
It was reality TV. Come to America.
That's it.
That's what they.
Some of them still are doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn the freaking channel. Turn the freaking channel. That's all.
Now they're dying to own the libs.
Anyway,
I want to.
Anyway,
you just take the Putin and the Xi equation, you've got the Three Stooges with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And they're going to run the world. They are going to be the new world order. They want to be the new world order. That's just what
I don't think it would be as funny as the originals, though.
No.
As long as they abuse each other, really, and don't do pretend abuse. Pay to watch them beat up on each other.
Trump would be curly.
Come here, yo.
Trump's shimp.
Yeah. So it would be. You know it would be. You know it would be. It would be. Why? Anyway, Stephen Craig donated $2 to Super Chat. Stephen, thank you very much. And our man Mitch Goldstein donated $2 to Super Chat and said, "We love our blue dots. Turn America blue." Mitch, thank you very much. That's exactly what we need to do, is to turn this country blue. And we're going to do it with the help of every one of you and everyone that you know, because you're going to go out there and make sure they get their ass to the polls.
Or help them out. Help everyone out.
Yeah. Every day that we have to suffer through another chaotic mess that he will create, and he will do it again tomorrow. There'll be some new news story of him pulling something out of his ass right now. He's not happy with the way the rest of like Dr. Fauci coming out saying that the country's not going in the right direction. That's what he said. We're not going in the right direction here. We're all going up at this COVID shit. You better turn. You know, the thing on the COVID thing is turning. He's going to, have to wear a mask. He's going to have to start singing another song. And just the mere fact of him doing that tells you the Republicans are on his ass.
Well, John, did you see, and somebody has it posted on the main discussion, you're talking, it says here, conservative lawmaker demands White House disband coronavirus task.
Yep.
Now, he's the one that said, we don't need any advice from Dr. Fauci.
Oh, is that Dan Patrick? Dan Patrick, my lieutenant governor.
Andy Biggs.
Lieutenant governor of the great state of
Texas.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. We're working on it, baby.
He was
We're
the one
working on it.
Guys, senior citizens should sacrifice themselves for the economy.
That's the guy.
I've heard of him.
Just go ahead and follow your sword. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Kamikaze pilots. Kamikaze pilots for the rich.
Texas, we're just fodder. Yeah.
That's why we're in the situation the way we are, because you have idiots like that.
We have idiots like
yes,
like Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott. These are assholes, disgusting little turds that decided to kiss up to Trump rather than protect their population.
You saw that Florida was up over 10,000 COVID cases today?
Over 10,000 in one day.
Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis.
We can't have.
Who is still holding out.
We can't
Screw you. We're not closing anything. That's Ron DeSantis.
We can't have our constitutional rights taken away from us, John.
No. You ain't going to force no burqa mask on me, I'll tell you. Yeah, you get all sorts of that kind of whack-ass shit.
Right.
Johnny hasn't got shares in 3M, because if he had shares in 3M or any mask company, he'd be wearing a mask and promoting that brand.
Promoting the shit out of it. Well, they told him, why didn't you just put out a mask yourself that said "Make America Great Again"? It would have sold like shit. He could have made a bunch of freaking money. But he didn't want to wear them.
China wouldn't make them for him.
China they'd be cranking them out left and right for him. Not a problem.
Oh, man.
But I'll tell you what. It's just I sit here and roll in this big freaking wheel I have up in my head from the first days from his inauguration speech to now. And it's been a constant series of daily crap coming from this man. I am so glad, even if it is this late in the game, that we see citizens standing up on the Republican side, conservatives standing up against him. We've seen leaders come out, John Kelly, Mad Dog Mattis, and others that have come out to speak, finally happening. But it's 3.5 freaking years.
Hasn't it seemed like it's been so much longer?
Doesn't it?
It does.
Seems like it's been 10 years. I'll tell you.
You're worn out. You're worn out, guys.
Yes, we are. We're tired of it. It's been a constant fucking battle for every day he's been here. Every day he's been here. It's been one shit show after another.
Name me a day you have woken up in America, any true patriot, that's concerned about the country, in the last 3.5 years, you've had very little sleep or disturbed sleep.
No, there's been very few days that you could take a nice deep breath and feel good about what's going on in your country.
No.
That it's been a long time.
The world, your country's going to go into deep depression, not depression financially, depression, the people mentally is going to drag us down.
Old Bat with
I still think you're seeing results of that.
Donated $5 through Super Chat and said, why didn't a sinkhole open up underneath that escalator? I don't know, baby.
Yeah,
but I sure wish
the escalator just kept going down.
Yeah,
down,
it just kept on going right on down. That would I swear I would have gone to church the next day.
I believe.
That would have been funny.
He's going out to Mount Rushmore, so maybe one of the rocks will fall down and hit him.
Yeah, he's going up there.
I hope Comedy Central hear this show and pick up on that little hint. Yeah, that'd be a great skint, wouldn't it, on TV? See him come down the escalator and then keep going through the floor.
Right on going. Fire coming up from behind. Welcome, Donald. Yeah, that's right.
Double Papa saying, even I'm not that cruel.
Maybe if that would have happened, maybe the evangelical church wouldn't have gone so crazy over his ass. Oh, wait, we made him
Oh, they were crazy to begin with. The evangelicals have been...
I see you, Miss Nomad, out there. I didn't see you in the room this evening. How are you doing, Barnum? And Adina Michael. I'm sorry, I got a squirrel. I seen a squirrel. I got distracted.
It's all right.
Anyway.
You got distracted.
I did.
It's okay.
It happens all the time.
It's okay. We're at the end of the show. I'll let it slide this time.
Yeah, he'll let me go.
Are you a Trump type voter?
Huh?
That's how Trump voters
What
think.
you call me?
Are you a Trump voter?
A Trump? Who? A who? What, could you speak up? I can't hear you, son. No.
Hey, Travis. What you should do is
for Trump.
Make sure John has blinders on him now next time. You know how they put them on the horses?
Blinkers.
No, I want another. I like this TV screen shit all around me. I want another. Put me one up here, like facing down.
Yeah.
No, I actually, this TV over here, this screen in front of me over here, and that screen over there actually have the same thing on them. After
Dad tried to do something with the set when I wasn't here, and right before we go on, I'm like, "What the hell did you do?"
All I did was hook it up to that TV. That thing wasn't hooked up to nothing. So I thought, oh well, I can just hook that TV up to my
it was
Mac.
gonna be hooked up on the third.
I didn't notice on the other side of the Mac you had another. Anyway.
Hey, John.
I didn't burn it down. I just kind of.
He touched
spoken like a true producer, Travis.
John,
you have no idea.
Are you able? I'm sorry.
No, go
Are you able to see the screens better, or did you get your glasses fixed, or what?
I can see as long as the print is big the way it is. I can find it. I can see it now. Again, when I look down to try to read, I still have a lot of difficulty. I still have a lot of difficulty trying to read smaller print when I'm looking down. If I was holding a book, it's easier for me to take the glasses off and just read the book.
Are you going to get them fixed?
I got to go see another doctor.
Okay. Do that because I feel sorry for you.
Yeah. No, the doctor that gave me these glasses, he apologized and gave me a refund. He gave me the refund. He gave me the refund for the glasses.
That's the one that made you wait around in the waiting room for so long?
Yep, that's one. Yeah.
See, I would have checked that right out, and if it didn't look right, I say, "Here, these aren't right."
After a short discussion there in his office, he agreed to refund my money so I could go to another doctor. So
good.
That's what I have to do.
Well, what does he mean by that? Does he mean he can't fix you because he's not good enough, or he doesn't want to fix you?
I think it means he can't freaking hold his own in an argument. And there was no argument. It was a discussion. It was a discussion. And I laid it out just very plain to him. I don't want to disparage anybody here on, I'm not going to say his name. But you got to be able to accept the possibility, no matter what you do, that you do not do it perfect every time you do it. If you have a failure rate of 1 in a million, well, guess what? You do a million, one of them's not right. And if that person were to come to you and say, hey, this ain't right, then I think it would be an obligation of anybody, no matter what it is, whether it be eyeglasses or the maintenance on your car. It makes an oliase. It's the same thing. You stand behind what you do, and if I come to you 3 times and say, well, the car isn't working right, and it's the problem is the same thing I paid you to fix, well, where are you at in this? He just agreed he didn't want me as a patient. Go figure.
That's better. Did you have
went
somebody
political on you, didn't he?
I don't know. They knew what I do only because in my explanation is I told the young lady behind the counter, that I do this, and I'm not pretty enough to take my glasses off and lean into the freaking camera every time somebody writes something. I'm not that pretty, and I don't want my face that close to the camera. And, they're just not working, and can we get another appointment? And then we went into, well, we'll give you one for a month later, but I can't guarantee you'll see the doctor. That's why I got when that statement came out, well, I'll make you another appointment for next month, but I can't guarantee you I'll see you. Well, what are you giving me an appointment for? You gave me one before and you didn't see me. Well, this seems to be a continuing thing here. If you're not going to honor the appointment, why in the hell give me an appointment? Why not just tell me, no, I'm not going to help you?
And I mean, the bottom line is this was during a pandemic, and, we're going to just have you waiting here,
I'm waiting in the waiting room while everybody's going in the back.
It's probably like a 40-mile drive plus, right?
Yeah.
One way?
Yeah. Well, it's probably about 20 miles one way, so it's 40-mile round or something like that. Yeah.
Thankfully, that place was closer, but that's still like, still a long drive.
Yeah. And anyway, I don't want to rag on the guy. Anyway, he was a nice guy. He gave me my money back. So there you go. No harm, no foul.
I'll change the topic a little bit, John. I'll argue with you that you're not attractive. You got a real cowboy wizard sexy vibe going on.
Shit. Tell my wife, honey, come in here and listen to this. Wait a minute. Let me go.
David, you just made his night.
Yeah.
My daughter does call him Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Boy, howdy shit. Let me see. Miss Linda Henshaw Cram donated $2 to Super Chat and said, stand up, speak up, and persist. Baby, that's what we do. Thank you very much, Miss Linda. And Ardessa donated $5 to Super Chat and said, I wear a mask, so I am alive November 3rd. That's the key, baby. Be here for November 3rd because we need to.
That's what Lone Wolf says. All Lone Wolf cares about it. He wants to live till November 3rd. That's it.
Lone Wolf's got it down to the minutes how much longer he's going to be in office. So he keeps us on top of that. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight and visiting with us and the family, and on YouTube.
Thank you, John.
Huh? Squirrel?
Thank you.
No, buddy. I'm just the mouth. I'm just the mouth. You gotta thank the guy behind the screens over on the other side. He's the one that makes all of this work.
Thank you, Travis.
And there you go.
Well, David, thank you for coming by, and I hope you come back because, man, you got a voice.
My pleasure.
And,
I will.
He's another one that has a radio voice.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and knowledgeable, and we like that.
Yes, we really
Just don't make me look bad, David, please.
No.
Don't make me look stupid. Don't pull me something out there. No. Hey, John, do you know this? No, I don't. Because you're going to get a lot of that.
No, do that.
Because I don't know everything.
Do that. Because we got to challenge ourselves to know better.
Yeah.
I almost said I always respect my elders, but then that could have come out wrong.
Yeah, it would have. Thanks, David. Thanks a lot, buddy.
I'm glad I didn't say that.
Oh, we very
sound
much
young, David.
We very much appreciate you
51,
coming by.
Middle-aged.
51, okay. You're still young.
Yeah, we're blazing a path.
Right.
He's right behind us.
John, Travis, Blue Dots, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for being
really
here, David. And again, come back. We appreciate the conversation. Ozzy, again, from down under, buddy. We appreciate your voice always here. The conversation is always great. We appreciate you being here.
My pleasure.
All right.
You hold the fort down there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Australia and America have had very close alliances for decades and decades, and it will never change. Yeah. But we cannot be aligned to Mr. Trump, but we'll always be aligned to America.
Well, buddy,
thank you.
From the Blue Dot family to you personally, Ozzy Dave, we appreciate you, buddy. We love you,
Thank
this
you.
family. And our own Johnny Fly, John I Fly, Johnny Fly.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy, for being here. Always enjoy your company.
Well, thanks for having me.
No, well, can't do without you sometimes, buddy. Got to thank for you, Johnny. That's all. What can I say? Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Did you notice, Johnny?
Keep your picture.
I was going to say that. Did he notice that his picture is in the shot?
I did.
Did you notice?
I took one look. I took one look. I thought, well, he didn't tear me up after all.
No, I didn't. He's standing right next to my good buddy David Robertson, and right over there next to Bernadette. Oh, look at there. Bernadette's covered up a little bit. I'll fix that. Anyway, yes, I have pictures of our Blue Dot family members. I got pictures of their pets over there on the wall. Everything that has ever been sent to me is right over there in boxes. That just warms my heart every time I look at them. Anyway, thank you, Johnny Fly, for being here. And our own Dennis Valadez up in San Antonio, buddy. We appreciate your voice and you being here all the time. Big member of this Blue Dot family, and we appreciate you tremendously.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John, Travis.
Well, and I think that's been a pretty good show. That's it. Wrap it up, he says. Wrap it up, he says. Okay. So, again, thanks, everybody.
For the record, I just stood. I didn't really say that, but we are. But we're almost
really
2 hours in. We went an extra 30 minutes than we normally do. Good show.
It was a good show. I'm glad everybody's here. Anyway, to everybody out there in the Blue Dot family on YouTube and on Facebook and on Periscope, we appreciate y'all so much showing up here every time. You're what makes this family grow, and we thank you so much for that. We will be here. Oh, shit, today's Thursday. Mañana is Beer and Bud Friday, so prepare for mañana. Get the beer on the ice, put the cerveza in there, get it good and cold, put the bud in the bowl, and we will be here Friday. I won't miss it. We had everything tore apart yesterday, so I missed one day. I don't like to do that. Y'all know it. And then the next family meeting will be here again on Sunday night. I don't know what we'll do. We'll be here.
We'll be here Sunday.
We'll be here Sunday. There's things working in the iron. There's things working.
Keep an eye out for updates on the new Discord group for people to join in on the calls. Everybody in the current Discord. That Discord ain't going anywhere. In fact, it's going to get more lively.
Yes.
But there will be a place where you can go in between both Discords to figure out where to go for whatever
it's going to be
want.
easy. It's going to be just one click away from one Discord room to the other Discord room.
We got a game night coming up tomorrow night on that Discord, so I don't know.
Tomorrow night's the first night of game night?
Yeah, I don't know what time we're doing it yet, but we're going to keep up.
We'll try to put out a message on Discord as to what time we're going to start the game.
Yep. All you need is a cell phone, tablet, or computer. And if you got that, I mean, you're already on Discord.
Yeah, you're already in the game. It might be a trivia game. It might be...
There's a lot of party games.
Yeah,
we're
there's a lot of
party
games. Just going to have some party games. Going to get together and have a party. Anyway, so thank you for being here. And y'all take care of yourself. Put a smile on somebody else's face every day. It'll make your heart feel better. And on that note, wash your hands. Put on a mask. Stay the fuck away from nasty people and all that shit. And take care of yourself. And we'll see you again here on Sunday night. Y'all take care.